guest has seen the immigration crisis up close and personal. He was among a congressional delegation that just toured an immigration detention facility at Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland. It houses the growing surge of undocumented children who have crossed our southern border illegally. Congressman Randy Neugebauer, Republican from Texas, joins me now. Good to see you, Congressman.
Good to see you, Gretchen. Thanks for having me on.
Well, what did you see when you went to this visit?
Well, it was heartbreaking. I saw 1,200 teenagers that were homeless, and basically they've suffered a big ordeal. But I was also very frustrated that our president and this administration refuses to, secure our border.
Now, I understand that you were not allowed to take photos, right?
That's correct.
And why was that?
Well, I'm sure that they don't want the American people to see the optics of what's going on when you have to start dealing with 1,200 kids that and don't speak any English, that have endured a long trip, that are consuming services provided by the American taxpayers. They're being clothed, they're being fed, they're being given medical treatment, they're being given educational courses. Basically, they are being completely taken care of, and I think that's one of the reasons that you probably don't see the president on the border. I think the optics of that is not good for the president.
Well, I know that you've been very critical of the president's immigration policies, but what would you do? What would be a solution from you, Congressman, about the dire situation, the crisis that we have on the border right now?
Well, you're going to have to deter people from doing this. Right now, Gretchen, the president said if you can get here, you can stay here. We have to change that around. I think what we're going to have to do is start turning these kids around very quickly and sending them right back to the countries that they came from. We can't process them and wait months and months and months because the numbers are just increasing on a daily basis.
So you would recommend that we deport all of these kids now?
Yes.
You know that you're against other people within your own party who believe that some of them should stay here.
Well, Gretchen, I think the problem is we are set a precedent here, and if we don't change that precedent, this problem is not going away. When people talking about immigration reform, you cannot have new laws until you start enforcing the laws that you have today. And what we have is an administration that's not enforcing the laws, not securing the border. All
right, real quickly before you go, Congressman, will you support the bill that the president has put in front of Congress, at least the request for billions of dollars?
Gretchen, we're going to have to take a look at that. What the American people want is to secure the border and accountability here. The president's going to have to show a plan and how he intends to do that before people start throwing more money at a problem that he doesn't seem to think of as much of a problem.
Congressman, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you, Gretchen.